Hello, hope you're well and getting through this day. I'm Shirley, I'm your host, and you're listening to Shirley Says. Today, my What's Good is going to be about me and probably yourselves, because we're all in this together, is learning new stuff. I decided we're all just we're learning life skills. We're learning stuff and we don't even know or appreciate how much we are learning. So the reason I was thinking about this the other day was that for my lovely little salon, I had been popping on some videos onto Facebook and Instagram about how my lovely clients could keep on top of their eyebrows and what to do with their facial hair, all the practical stuff. And I was sort of thinking, wow, actually, I'm going to be helping everybody do bits and bobs to tide them over until the salon gets open. But actually, I kind of have had my own experience of this in the last, day. So I obviously have this haircut, which is pretty high maintenance because it is very, very short at the sides. It's usually a number 2. And obviously I have, you don't know this, but I have grey hair. Oh, it's just so gutting. Never mind. I've got over it. You have to now too. So I decided that the grey hair was getting so bad at the sides, because it only seems to be coming in at the sides, the grey hair. It's weird. It doesn't really come in at the front, just the little tufty bits at the side. Anyway, maybe that's another episode. And actually, it was getting really bad. And I thought, I'm going to shave this. I'm going to just bite the bullet and do this. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it's not perfect. Okay, let's not overly scrutinise this. This is not going to be a form of perfection. If my hairdresser is watching this, I'm really, really sorry. But times are tough. So I just had to keep on top of it. And I promise I've not touched the top of my hair because I really am a wee bit scared of it. So I didn't want to get completely into trouble. Anyway, sidelined here, getting sidetracked. I gone a bit crazy on one side and then got a bit nervous as I got up to the top of where my actual hair grows. Well, not my actual hair, like where hair grows. And I sort of got a bit nervous and kind of stopped. So it's not perfect. So I'm just going to sit to this side so that you can't see that side. It's social distancing. Very few people are going to be able to tell. So my point is, I have now shaved my head. Now, what I would say is, see when we're allowed back out into the world, Jill, my lovely hairdresser, I promise I'm not going to touch my hair again. This is a skill set that blatantly I don't have the ability to learn here. You are incredible at it, and I'm not even going to mess about with it. So we'll just hopefully in 3 weeks we'll have to have a think about this. I'm not going to get carried away, don't worry. So, okay, there's some skill sets that maybe I have managed but are not being massively successful. But there will be things that I'm just thinking, yeah, we're going to be able to do a few things that maybe we thought we wouldn't be able to do. So the haircut thing is definitely just to tide me over. I'm not going to be sort of taking up barbering anytime soon. That's not going to happen. But with YouTube and the internet, obviously, we can just learn so much stuff. I have been, I said this on another one, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. I made a baked potato, which, to be honest, I was incredibly impressed with. My cooking skills, if you know me, if you're one of my friends, you will know that cooking is just not my bag. My very, very first flat when I was 24, you know how you go to IKEA and you buy all this stuff and it's just gorgeous, and you've got this new flat and you're like, oh, look at this, and you're sort of playing at houses. It's good fun. I remember one of my friends coming round after, she's a doctor, after her shift, and she said, I'm just going to make myself something, and I brought some food with me. And I was like, all right, okay. Thinking, oh my God, I've never made anything in that oven. Like, I had been there 6 months and I had never switched on the oven. And she's saying to me, how do I work your oven? And I was like, this is a very good question. And then she was sort of like rummaging about a few drawers to sort of obviously find cooking utensils, which I had, by the way. So don't get me into trouble for that. But I did have them. But they were still wrapped in cellophane. You know that? Those little cellophane bands that keep all these things together. Yeah, it was all still wrapped up, and I have never heard the end of it since. Anyway, I made a baked potato, which wow, mind blown. It tasted really good. And I'm not saying I've made anything more difficult than that yet or since. I make soup. Even I could make soup. So, I think if you're struggling making soup, let's start small with that. But you know what I really did love? I made hummus. And I buy an awful lot of hummus. So see, to have the joy of making my own hummus. I don't know why this was so joyful. In fact, I do. Because I eat so much of it. So now, I knew it would be easy, because how difficult could hummus be? It's like chickpeas. Anyway, sometimes it's just the time element, isn't it? It's not that you don't know how to do it. Sometimes it's just the time element. So I found, I wouldn't say a passion for cooking, but I would say I know how to do a few things, and maybe actually it's not as difficult as I once thought. So with that in mind, what could you learn that you kind of always thought you should learn but never really had the time to do it or get round to it? And I just think there must be tons of stuff. Like, one of my friends said to me she was going to start learning a language. Genius. I've never had time to learn a language, and I would always really like to speak Spanish because I go to Spain, and also there's an incredible Spanish guys are pretty good looking. Now, I was with my friend in Spain, in Valencia, and we couldn't work out why all these guys were so good looking. This is a side note, by the way, to why I would like to learn Spanish. Because I like an older guy. Just putting it out there. And the older guys look really good. And we were discussing why these guys look so good. Is it because they're tanned? Because, tans, everyone looks really better with a tan, don't they? Most people look better with a tan. Let's say that. And the other thing is, why do they dress so well? When you see guys here, I'm not slagging any guys off because I'm sure you guys have got your own sense of style. These guys look like they've been, I don't know, professionally styled. like they have personal shoppers. Maybe they do. Maybe Spanish guys have professional shoppers. Anyway, the thoughts that run through my head are just unbelievable at the moment. Anyway, we decided that probably the sun, because they're tanned, makes them look better. Maybe just because they're foreign and we don't know what they're saying was another good point, that maybe actually they were exactly the same but just tanned. Maybe they weren't better looking, they were just tanned and better dressed, and the weather was sunnier and nicer, so people weren't wearing rain jackets or outdoor clothing. Because maybe that was just it. Maybe they just walk about in puffas with flip-flops on and shades on. Maybe it's the sun, maybe it's the sunnies. Actually, I look better looking with a pair of sunnies on, so I think it's the sunnies. We've hit the nail on the head. So, in short, sideline note, Spanish men probably not better looking, probably just tanned and wear sunglasses. But I still maybe should learn some Spanish so that when I do go, which I will, I could actually say something. Wouldn't that be a nice feeling? Oh, I always feel so jealous when people can speak in a foreign language and it just sounds pretty sexy as well, doesn't it? Yeah, I think we need to get on to this. So learn skill sets. We could increase we could increase our I was going to say our sort of attractiveness. Maybe we could. Maybe we could be more attractive by learning some new skill set. If that wasn't a reason to learn a new skill set, I don't know what is. That's what we're going to do. So learn a language, learn how to cook. Oh yeah, I think they do say that women that cook are more attractive. That sounds quite sexist, doesn't it? Maybe men also that could cook. If I met a man that could cook, I would be incredibly attracted to him, because I don't, because I've got no interest in it, apart from hummus now. I feel like maybe I could sort of maybe push the boat out to guacamole, because I eat a lot of avocados, so it just seems like a sensible thought process. I'm going to look into that. I don't want to get carried away with the whole cooking thing. Let's not get carried away and become Nigella. I mean, that's not going to happen. So let's all learn something new. Learn something that not just purely because it would make us seem more attractive, but actually just because you would like to do it. And when we go back to Spain, wouldn't it be nice to be able to say something? Because all these lovely Spanish people must be missing us Brits, hanging out and sitting in bars, and yeah, I miss it. I miss going to Spain. Anyway, that is something we are going to look forward to. That will be another episode. Let's have things that we're going to look forward to. Right. I hope this has inspired you to go away and think about all the cool things that you would like to learn. Now, when I say learn, like, don't like say I'd like to be a helicopter pilot or something. Let's keep it like manageable into what can I learn on YouTube? What could I learn on the internet? What could I get an app for that we could learn? We've got the time now. Let's get cracking and just learn something that we're actually maybe going to use in the real world when the real world returns. Because I'm looking forward to that day, and that's what we're focusing on. We are focusing on this world reopening, and then us going, do you know what? I use my time wisely, my downtime wisely in between work. And now that I'm time wealthy, I actually know how to say some stuff in Spanish. Yeah. Or some other useful, helpful, fun. Let's do something fun as well that you actually think you would enjoy. Okay, that is my thought for the day. And let's start telling each other what we're learning. Let's inspire each other to learn, because somebody might be thinking, Shirley, wow, no, I'm going to learn something completely different. I hear you, but what is it you want to learn? Tell me, and let's get learning. Let's inspire everybody. Like, let's not have hatchet throwing. Let's just have like fun, like things that are feasible, things that are massively feasible. Okay, hope you're all well and inspired to go and learn some sort of new skill. And if you found this helpful or semi-interesting or slightly interesting, then please review me on iTunes, and please be kind. And if you fancy, just share with your friends. Maybe they need a bit of inspiration for today or any day. Actually, we're here every day. Who's we? I'm here every day. So review me on iTunes, share me with your friends, and hopefully I will catch up with you lovely people soon. Okay, take care and stay safe. Bye.